Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of my review, issue by issue, of IDW's 2019 Transformers comic series. Now, I don't sound that excited, do I? I really hate that all my reviews of these comics that are coming out right now are so negative, but at the same time, I really hate that the comics that are coming out right now are so bad. Today we're reviewing Transformers number 12, or the title is Nautica Home. Now, there are more issues to this, but I'm going to save that to review the entire arc in one go. But, so we're just focusing on 12, which is sort of an isolated story focusing on Nautica, and nothing happens. This is the part where I give you a brief summary of the plot. Nothing happens. The closest thing that happens is Nautica and Road Rage finds some sort of intrigue with a species that's irrelevant and kills a dude. The end. It starts off, the very first page is titled Abbreviated Extracts from an Introductory Principles for New Recruits to Xenorelations. What a terrible title. But, my reaction to seeing that on the first page was just me just sighing and saying, Jesus Christ, under my breath. The original IDW universe got away with doing world building through text stories and resource books and stuff like that because it had established a universe that the readers cared about. As it stands right now, nobody cares about the current IDW Transformers universe, and it hasn't earned the right to use text extras that go on and on about things that could be explained through, good writing in the story. I'm a fan of resource books and extra information that can be found outside the main story, but you have to earn that. This issue takes place before issue 10, so why didn't it come out before issue 10? One of my notes here I have is that people refer to each other's by their titles, and it results in unnatural dialogue. It somehow is both an unnatural dialogue and an info dump, where I won't remember who's what. I think Hound is the head of Colonial Affairs or something, and Starscream's the head of Intelligence, and I only know this because the characters just randomly call them the head of Intelligence instead of Starscream. And that's just very unnatural dialogue, and it's just shoving a bunch of titles in your face. This issue very much follows the bad world building trope that this series has. Basically, this series has become it has the level of world building I'd expect a middle schooler to have if they set out intentionally to create a large universe. And it doesn't have the quality of world building I'd expect from a professional writer, like the writer of this book is. I have one more note here that says, no characters. There are no characters in this book. Objectively, yeah, there's Road Rage and Nautica and stuff like that, but they're not characters. They all have the same voice. Everyone has the same voice as with every other issue and every other character. Sometimes there's a little bit of a difference between the bodyguard, the big guns, and the non-bodyguard big guns. Those are the only two types of characters in this book. It's very similar with Chromia and Prowl and stuff like that. The bodyguard doesn't have time for sounding smart, I guess, but the other person is always like this person throwing in dialogue that just doesn't sound natural whatsoever. I wish I had more to say about this issue, but I really don't because nothing happened. I believe they were hyping up the reveal for Sentinel Prime and Starscream and Nautica for a while now. They were name-dropping them pretty early on into the IDW series, but this is just such an underwhelming, mediocre story that this is really all I have to say. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of my reviews for the Transformer books. I will review Transformers Galaxies once that arc is completed, and I plan on getting to G.I. Joe number 2 pretty soon. So thank you for listening. Check out all the social media links in the description. Support me on Patreon if you want to help this channel continue, and join the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter as well. Subscribe if you have not yet for more content, and have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.
you